Hi everyone. When you hear the name Barrett, what do you think of? You probably think of that giant movie gun, right? The one that looks like a cannon, kicks up a dust storm, and can blow up a truck engine from a mile away? That's the famous Light 50. It's a legend. It's a sledgehammer. But today, we are not talking about the sledgehammer. We are talking about the scalpel. This is the Barrett MRAD. It doesn't look as scary as its big brother, but it is actually much smarter. In fact, this rifle is so good that the U.S. Army, the Marines, and the Special Forces all decided to dump their old rifles and switch to this one. They call it the MK-22. So why is this thing so special? Why did the military spend $50 million on it? Well, imagine if you could turn your family sedan into a pickup truck and then into a race car just by turning 2 screws. That is what the MRAD does for soldiers. Let's break it down. To understand why this gun exists, we have to look at the problem snipers used to have. Imagine you are a sniper. Sometimes you have to fight in a city. The streets are narrow and the targets are close. For this, you want a shorter, lighter rifle that is easy to move around. But the next week, you might be sent to the mountains of Afghanistan. The targets there are far away, like really far away. For that, you need a giant, heavy rifle with a long barrel to hit targets across the valley. In the old days, the military had to buy 2 or 3 different guns for every sniper. That is expensive, and it is a logistical nightmare. It's like carrying a bag of golf clubs on your back when you're trying to hike up a mountain. Enter the MRAD. The name stands for Multi-Role Adaptive Design. But you can just tell your grandma, it stands for the Lego rifle. Here is the magic trick. Look at this animation from the game world of guns. See these 2 screws on the side? All you need is a simple wrench, kind of like the one you use to put together IKEA furniture. If you loosen these 2 screws, the barrel slides right out the front. Boom! It's gone. Now, you can grab a different barrel. Maybe a short one for the city or a long one for the mountains. You slide it in, tighten the screws with a torque wrench to make sure it's tight, and you are done. In less time than it takes to make a cup of instant noodles, you have a completely different gun. You don't need a gunsmith. You don't need a workshop. You can do this sitting in the dirt. Now let's look inside. Thanks to the X-ray mode in World of Guns, we can see the skeleton of a rifle. See this part moving back and forth? That's the bolt. When you push that handle down, little metal teeth called lugs lock into the back of the barrel. Soldiers describe this feeling as closing a bank vault. It feels solid. It feels heavy. There is no wiggle. And that is very important. When the bullet fires, the explosion right in front of the sniper's face creates pressure of over 60,000 pounds per square inch. If that bolt isn't locked tight, bad things happen. But the MRAD captures all that energy and sends the bullet flying. The Army didn't just buy a new gun, they bought new bullets to go with it. For training, they use a standard bullet called the 7.62 or .308. It's cheap and it doesn't kick too hard. But for the real work, they use something called the .300 Norma Magnum and the .338 Norma Magnum. Think of these as the aerodynamic sports cars of the bullet world. Old bullets would slow down and start to wobble after about 1,000 meters. But these new Norma bullets are designed to stay supersonic. That means faster than the speed of sound, for way longer, maybe up to 1,500 meters or more. That means a sniper with an MRAD can hit a target that is so far away, you would need binoculars just to see it. Finally, look at the back of the gun. The stock folds up. It latches onto the bolt handle so nothing rattles. It makes the gun short enough to fit in a backpack or jump out of a plane with. So, that is the Barrett MRAD. It's not just a powerful weapon. It is a smart system. It solves the problem of carrying too much gear. It's accurate, it's tough, and you can change it to be whatever you need it to be. That's why it's the new king of snipers. Thanks for reading. And a huge shout out to the game World of Guns for letting us see inside this mechanical masterpiece. If you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.